I'm back with my panel. Ellen DeGeneres made her much anticipated debut on American Idol last night, and because change is so very hard, she's getting raspberried by the reviews, and some of them are good and some of them are not. Everything from she was too bland to wonderful. Let's take a look at her in action.
You frightened me. You were stalking us. You were like a leopard behind a cage looking at, I was watching you look at us like, I'm going to get you.
Hungry.
It looked like you were going to get us. Seriously, don't frighten your audience. Don't get so intense, you know. Sexy and scary, it's a fine line.
What do you think of that?
I miss Paula. I really do, because I love Paula on the show.
She was good on the show.
Yeah,
they're going to miss her.
Edge to it, and I love the way she interacted with Simon. Simon and Paula, and you know, Randy were a team.
Yes.
And they've broken up the team.
Well, Simon left too, so he's leaving next year. So they're going to have to replace him too.
I hate to disagree with you, but I kind of think that the Paula bar was kind of low. I mean, if you say a coherent sentence, then you're doing all right, you know.
Well, yeah.
And I thought she was actually witty, Ellen. She showed passion. She showed that she cared about the show. I think the real test, though, you know, last night was culled down from hours and hours of footage.
Yes.
What's gonna happen when it's live? That's the test of a judge. Is how do you do it when there's no safety net?
And what about when Simon leaves? Who's going to replace Simon?
Howard Stern.
That's what I say too. I think
but
he'd be
he
great.
won't be able to control himself.
Why not? He can control himself. He's a performer.
But don't you think on these shows it's really about the people on the other side, the talent? I mean, look, people watch America Got Talent, and David Hasselhoff was a judge. So, you know, the bar is
not that.
What do you say? I'm saying it's about the people in front of the camera, not necessarily the judges.
I think that's true.
I am a television junkie, and you have to understand television, and the reason you watch these shows is for the judges, not for the contestants.
That's interesting.
Because imagine if there were no judges there, would you be watching the show? Think about it. Would you be watching the show if there were no judges?
I kind of like the talent. I mean, I like Carrie Underwood. I like Kelly Clarkson. I mean,
I go along with Jackie.
Really?
I go along with Jackie.
Yeah.
It's like the reason people watch The View, because they like to see us argue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
I love the argument. Yeah.
Okay, Ellen wasn't the only one to make news last night. There was also the very last episode of the Jay Leno show. He's heading back to the Tonight Show after the Olympics. So what did you both think of Jay's last night or last month?
It was terrific. I managed to get back to the hotel to watch it. I thought it was fabulous. I loved his interview with Ashton Kutcher, and I just thought he was great. I'm Team Jay. I'm Team Jay, not
Team Jay.
Yeah. Well,
they're all funny. They're all funny. But Jay kind of got a bad rap.
Well, I think that's why this was a brilliant move for him to do the thing with Leno. I mean, you know, for the first time in his career, he was the bad guy in the Conan affair, right? So what he did was he kind of came out and said, look, I'm going to help the other guy, the guy I've been feuding with for 18 years, and I'm going to show I have a sense of humor about myself.
Well, before he left prime time, it looks like Leno and Letterman were able to bury the hatchet by doing that Super Bowl commercial. Okay, check out what Jay said about seeing Dave for the first time.
I walk in, I see Dave, and he puts his hand in, and I shake hands. And you know, whatever happened for the last 18 years disappeared. It was great to see my old friend again. It was wonderful.
Very nice. Do you believe it, or is it just Hollywood?
No, I believe it. I mean, I think Jay is a genuinely nice guy.
He is.
Yeah, I really think
he definitely is. But it was a good PR move. I mean, you know, it's kind of like before you get sentenced, you go out and you do a lot of charity work.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that we're going to see Jay before the Olympics end, you know, out on the street picking up some trash.
But Jay is going to go up against Letterman again.
Yes.
And Jay basically had higher ratings for many years against Letterman, so we'll see what happens next.
And it's going to be fun to watch.
It'll be fun again, I know, but the acrimony is over now, so everybody can relax. Thanks very much, guys. Up next, inmates and the women who love them. You don't want to miss this next discussion.